right. I'm joined with George Peter Gatsis and Denali, and we did try to get TJ on here, but
He's not responsive.
I guess he's got the I guess he's trying to join with the phone or something. I don't know what it is about this thing has a problem with people joining with the phone, but I honestly wanted to have you on here, TJ. We weren't trolling or anything. I kept asking if you can hear us, so it's on video live here, so you can see at least. Anyways, we're gonna start the show. First off, George, is there anything you would like to tell us about She-Hulk?
One of the best shows ever produced. Amazing, absolutely amazing. The current episode regarding the wedding. I mean, it was like that movie. Was it six weddings and a funeral? It was amazing. Just heartwarming. It brought back so many memories of the '80s and how they struggled through the depression and just her being very controlling and not using her She-Hulk powers and the way she um, you know showed a lot of restraint and her concern for her cousin, always thinking about him and where he's at. And also, we saw another level or another facet of Titania. She's not just somebody who's punching people and stuff like that, but she's also a business minded woman, a strong businesswoman, like Kathleen Kennedy. She knows what she wants, and she will go after it. It's just all around wholesome family stuff. I mean, you can show
Oh,
to people who have just come into the country and don't speak the language. They don't need to know English to understand this show. I mean, most of the show they're doing hardly any talking, and when they do talk, there's so much gibberish that it doesn't matter what language you're speaking. You understand gibberish. Everybody understands gibberish in every language. And not only that, but there's also a scene where you think you might see Daredevil, but you don't. They're really pulling the heartstrings on Daredevil. And also, there's another scene where the She-Hulk goes and tries out the new outfit. It's really cool, but it looks great in She-Hulk. But when it's in Gen mode, it looks like it's just draped over her like a blanket. And the people don't even ask. What happened to the socks? What happened to the bra and the underwear? What happened to the pins in the hair and all that stuff? Where does all that magically disappear? Also, the shoes. Every time she transforms, the shoes break. So that means she's walking around barefoot. And not only that, walking around barefoot. The fact is that she
you
drinks.
son of a bitch!
Wait a minute, I'm halfway. I'm halfway done.
You you red bastard!
I'm halfway. Halfway. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Exclamation point!
No.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! This fucking show, you rat bastard!
Well, you asked. All right, so let's also explore the lawyers. The lawyers, at the law office, how they're handling the case and all that stuff with the Mister Immortal guy who just likes to marry, bang, and then just die so that way he can go out and marry and bang somebody else. And he's very promiscuous, and they caught up with him. It's one thing, but it was such a heartfelt moment when they were actually negotiating with him, and he was making ends meet. He had the two women lawyers actually negotiating for him to make sure that every person that he married and had a relationship with over the many years would actually get properly compensated for their pain and suffering. And that's what it comes down to a
George,
lot
you're
of
gonna
times,
make me
just
fall
pain and
asleep on my own show. I can't have this.
it's all about the pain and suffering and She-Hulk. People need to identify with so much pain and suffering. She-Hulk's suffering. She's suffering a lot,
She
and
has to
so
make up for her suffering. You
yeah,
can see it when she was twerking.
yes, exactly, and
Well,
also,
let me tell you about my suffering. This is my suffering right here that I had to
Well,
sit through
well,
with she
that was
Karen.
voluntarily. Nobody told you to watch it.
yeah.
No, we agreed to we were doing this bullshit, but I cannot do this anymore.
We also
This,
agree. We also agreed we were going to watch Lord of the Rings, the season
yeah,
finale.
yeah, you got me there, man. That I couldn't do, but this is I can't do this anymore. This is Chinese water torture. This is fucking god awful.
You just
It,
don't like her dripping on you.
it was the worst thing I've ever seen on television. I mean, this was worse than Halo. I mean, this takes the cake, man.
hold on,
This
hold
was
on, hold on, hold
just
on, hold it. One more thing, one more thing. Okay, not only did they have suffering and all that stuff, but they also had success. They also had winning. There was so much winning in She-Hulk because when you saw the caterer, he was taking the fruit platters from one table to the other. There was so much winning; it was ridiculous. And the commissary in the back where they had all the fruit platters in
yeah.
the
She
warehouse.
was
They
moving one
were
box of crackers from one table to another. I
Yeah,
mean,
there was so much winning. It was ridiculous. It was amazing, and
TJ,
no one even seen what the crackers looked like, but they all bought into the crackers, and there's just so much winning with the crackers. It's beautiful.
TJ, if you see where the microphone is down there in the camera, if you click on start video or click it off, that's why your screen is black. You have to get a picture, but where the microphone is, you should see a little triangle, or maybe. Oh, all right, I tried. Uh, this show is a horrific dumpster fire like I have ever seen. So after last week, everybody was a everybody was excited to see Daredevil this week, and what did we get? We got a shitty wedding that the person didn't even want her to be She-Hulk at first, and then we have the Kim Kardashian show up, and they don't even fight. It's just they both get one punch, and then the Kim Kardashian idiot breaks her teeth and runs off, and that's the end. God awful, man. That was just so bad. Why don't they just call this show the Jen Show or She Jen? They really hate showing the Hulk on here. I notice. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. They just do not. It must cost $1 billion to show the Hulk or something. I don't know, man. But we are done with this shit. I'm not watching this anymore. I guess this is going to be TJ's night, trying to get him to talk on here. TJ, can you hear us? You just got to click the triangle or the three dots down there, and then it should let you talk. You got to set up your audio. I don't know why this has such an issue with people joining on their phones. Anyways, we're done talking about this horse shit. I'm not. I'm sorry, George. I can't do this anymore. This is.
Okay, all right. So we're switching over. Okay, welcome to the TJ Technical Support. Hargrave, Chief Tech Support Officer. Danelli, Chief Financial Tech Support Officer. George, Tech Support Junior, and our current victim is TJ, and we're trying to get TJ to not look black and silent. All right, how are we going to solve TJ's problem?
Um, TJ, I don't know if you have a computer or not. You should probably try on that. This is stupid. Why rock the boat? Um, all you got to do is click on that triangle or the three dots and set your audio. You know when you first joined StreamYards ever for the first time and you had to set everything up? That's all you got to do in here. You just got to set up the mic and stuff on here. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about House of Bundle of Sticks, as I would call it this episode. I don't know why they did this. This episode was I don't know. I think the only thing I enjoyed was the beginning when Matt Smith killed his like arranged marriage wife with the horse. Why didn't they show him with the rock when he was going to go to kill her? Like I was like, what the fuck? You go through all this, we don't even get to see it. Like if it was Game of Thrones, you would have seen her head smashed. But besides that, it was just mainly boring. And then we have a bundle of sticks side plot for some ungodly reason on here when the queen is getting married to this guy, and then her lover gets upset and tries to stir the pot with this guy who wants to marry the Targaryen queen, and then he goes crazy and stabs the bundle of sticks lovers nearly. I think he died on there at the end. I think he pretty much died, and that was about it really. Matt Smith was pretty happy about that because he's trying his best to marry his niece or whatever on here. I don't know this. The next episode, it looks like they're doing what Denali was saying. They're gonna show the older characters now, I guess, or them grown up or whatever.
Yeah, you can't have a 40-year-old banging a 17-year-old.
Yeah, I don't. I don't really have much else to say. It was George. Did you see that? What did you think?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to show the rings and who's going to be getting them, and also I'm still waiting for Gandalf to start being Gandalf. What can I tell you? Uh, you know, there was just so much missing out of the
You
episode.
know. Okay, George. I gotta find a clip here. Where is it?
People think it's hurtful.
Well,
He told us that this hurt.
but here's the thing. I don't give about feelings anymore. I'm 70 age. I went to Vietnam to fight for all this. Do you think I care about some feelings? Absolutely not.
Okay, George. How many exclamation points do you give this episode?
Um, I mean, this doesn't look like the Rings of Power.
I don't know what's going on here with this show tonight. I mean, let's see, what is this? Lorenzo.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! He got fucked in the ass with an exclamation point.
Unfortunately, I am a Jack Steffen. However, at least it's not too hot now. It's fall. I guess they're having some convo in the chat here. I thought it was going to be Lorenzo selling something. See, Jack Stafford, send me your PayPal, TJ, the son of Jarrell.
But yeah, no, you kind of summed it up. I mean, it's all about family screwing family.
TJ, is this your failed attempt to use alternative sites? It is not working. I think it's because you're on the phone, TJ, but in fairness to you, like Rising and Distant have the same issue, but I have to walk you through it. Like, do you remember the first time you went on StreamYards ever? You had to set everything up the first time you ever did it in there, but I guess I'm going to have to try going on with my phone so I can figure out how to walk people through it. But I use this because it's $15, and I don't stream $25 of content worth a month to pay for that. I'm only streaming 4 times a month at best, and that's not $25 worth to me. I mean, that's basically what, $8 to $10 almost a time. I mean, what is this? No, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Okay. Besides the bundle of sticks crap on there, like I just thought it was okay. Like it was watchable. It was all right. I am looking forward to the next one because apparently these two girls are going to be in a standoff or something because of what happened there, and it looks like they're gonna have some kind of war or something here finally. So they might get off their ass here and see what happens. Okay. Okay, Jack, here we go. So we're gonna talk about Jack, a show that Jack likes. Andor. I watched the first 3 episodes. Um, I don't know. This show to me was just. I'll say it was better than Obi-Wan, but that's not saying much because Obi-Wan was, Um, I don't know. The villain on here was Gabe from The Office, and it's these Walmart security guards. And the weird thing is, so this security guard guy, he's pissed off at Andor because Andor killed these 2 cops that were trying to shake him down. And this security guy didn't even know these 2. Okay, here he is, this guy. So this is like our main villain so far, is this guy right here. This guy that is obsessively going after Andor. Gabe from The Office. Yeah, Jack, hold on. Let me put your, see. Jack Stafford says, oh shit, yeah. Jack Stafford says, I don't think that's Gabe. No, but that's what he reminded me of, Jack. He reminded me of Gabe from The Office. I don't know why, but that's what popped in my head, the way this guy is. So he's obsessively trying to hunt down Andor and kill him or bring him in or whatever. And it just comes off like I can't even call it a vendetta because he didn't even know who those cops were. I mean, why does this guy have such a hard on to kill Andor for 2 people? I mean, he's like harassing the other employees and making them do things they shouldn't do, and he's just like they're like, why are you doing? And he's like, shut up, you need to do this and give me all the data of this guy and all this. And I mean, he's just like really hardcore trying to kill Andor. And then on the 3rd episode, they have a big battle, and Andor and this guy just totally owned him and his Walmart security guards, and he just stands there like a Vietnamese kid who watched the B-52 bomb a village or something. It was just a shitty show. Like, I just didn't care for it. And then the tribal stuff with him, and they had the okay, so they show them as kids. Let me see if there's pictures of that on here. Are you guys gonna say anything here? Or am I just doing the whole thing here? Or
Well,
you guys,
you're talking, so I didn't want to interrupt you.
no, go ahead, interrupt me. I'd get carried away sometimes.
Well, in my perspective, I think that the 3 episodes shouldn't really be 3 episodes. It should be 2 episodes because a lot of it was poor editing, in my case, that I saw, where it could be tighter in some cases. But to the point that you were talking about, quote unquote, what you nicknamed Gabe, his whole purpose, and it depends whether this is going to be an actual good story or a Disney whatever story. But if it was a good story, then this is a story. This is Andor's rival. This is the story of how this guy. It'll be three episode arcs. This is the background. I understand what it is, but I feel that this could have been trimmed down to 2 episodes.
I'm sorry to put this for a laugh.
$8. You're willing to be difficult for $8. Okay. He seems like an upstart temp. Yeah. That's basically what he is. He's basically he's what the FBI would call a blue fire ass, where basically he's a stickler for rules. He has a fantasy of how things should go, even though his direct supervisor said, I know what happened. These guys are bad people. These guys were probably marking somebody who didn't like it and got killed for it. So instead of making a big hula because I have to report the crimes, you cover this and give them a petty medal so they look like they did something meaningful. Instead, him being a stickler and inflexible, because it shows him how inflexible he is and how much he has pride in his work, where he tailored his uniform, where he says, "Hey, this did you alter your uniform?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is just uniform." Anyways, he basically he's second in command basically of the whole outpost since the inspector or whatever guy left for that meeting. So that's why he's in charge, and that's why he's able to tell them all of everybody else what to do. And he doesn't. He has a fantasy that, oh, they're going to find the guy. The guy's going to come in. He's going to have a good promotion. He's going to tell the inspector guy, see, instead of doing what you wanted to do, um, I did what I was supposed to do per regulation, doing the right thing, and caught the guy. Instead, episode 3 comes in, and his whole situation is blown out of proportion because now um, he has to account for the overtime money, the loss of men life, the destruction of property, the destruction, the terroristic attacks, because that's going to alert the Imperial stormtroopers to come in and say, and look at the inspector. You say, "What the f, bro? You told us that crime's down. You have a rebel terrorist organization in your place. You know what's up with that?" So, so, so now he's most likely going to get sacked. He's going to now be now vengeful after being share shocked, because what you were seeing when he was seeing like a small Vietnamese seeing a B-52 bomber was his fantasy. That's when your fantasy and reality smacks you in the face. He got right punched in the face with reality, where he thought, "Oh, I'm going to be great," and it ends up being backfiring in his face spectacularly. And he has to put in his report that he got captured by the two guys, and he was tied up, and he was found. So not only does it show some incompetence, but he shows that he caused the deaths of his men. And the ship that he came in blew up as well, so that's on him. So most likely he's going to be demoted, sacked, and he's going to probably have to he's going to be hunting Andor down, and they're going to be rivals, because I see him as rival materials. I don't see him as an antagonist because of that. And this is probably going to be the story of Andor casting him becoming the rebel spy, but also becoming friends with this guy who ends up being his rival. And he's going to sacrifice himself and say, Andor, I was always a stickler for rules, but you showed me the way. You showed me how much of a white privileged man I was. Thank you for showing the errors of my ways. And dies.
The other funny thing is this guy here too, fat bastard man. He literally sounds like fat bastard on the show.
I hope he continues on the show. I was like, I hate you, fat, you snobby asshole. I thought this was a routine arrest. I didn't come here for front line combat. You'll rue the day that I have to be here. I hope he continues. I hope we form the proto Rogue One with him and Fat Bastard here.
Bottom line, UK Star Wars is always better than LA glossy Star Wars. No Power Ranger motorbikes in this show, and
Yeah.
even the black guys have Star Wars accents.
Exactly. This is better because it was written by the same guy who wrote Rogue One. I just feel like there's a lot of padding going on, and I didn't really like the flashbacks. If you look at
Yeah,
George Lucas and you look at Steven Spielberg, and George can probably back me up on this, you never see flashbacks in their movies. You always see flash forwards, meaning that they go chronologically, no matter what. The whole small kids and issue with them being, indigenous people whose planet is being, this is Avatar Light being their lands being raped for minerals or whatever, and then they kidnap a small Indian to civilization. They could have done that at the beginning. They could have opened that whole scene up and then move forward in time
Well,
to present day
you
Andor.
know what I got out of that whole thing with the woke tribe crap and that pissed off girl that was leading the thing. You
They have
you know you
they,
you
they
know
have they have
you, you,
nice teeth. They have very nice teeth.
you know that she's going to be like an imperial leader or something. You know that's going to happen for
Oh,
sure.
of course, of course.
I mean that was such a giveaway. I'm like, okay. Once I saw her get like shot or whatever, and they're
Yeah.
carrying her away and all that, and then he gets
Mhm.
taken away, and then the Imperials come there. I'm like, that I know where this is going. So he's gonna have to fight or kill his own sister. That's where they're
Pretty
going
much.
with this.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
See.
Or she's gonna be like, I never gave up. I was always trying to find the thing. And Gilroy, they build a real time on the phone, and not everything is a soundtrack with LD like Kenobi. So clear that Kenobi fight was inside. No winds, the lighting, etc. No, we're not talking about anything production wise. The production wise, it looks fantastic. I like the rain. I like the sets. It feels gritty. It feels like the original Star Wars with that lived in quality.
You
We're
know
just talking.
yeah, that's what drove me nuts. I mean, it looks like it looks insane. Like it looks really, really good, but the acting and the people are just like
It's
I don't
taking.
know, man.
It's not putting. It's not immersing you.
Yeah.
And that's the issue is that this is a problem, and this is where I start my rant, which is this is a problem in the editing. The people who edit it didn't edit it well,
Yeah.
and
Let's see
that's
what
why
Jack.
and that's why I said it's these two episodes could have been drawn down to one or two.
Um, Jack says, "Oh, the Empire will wipe that tribe out. They are mining that planet for the Death Star. Once they start killing Imperials, they will be sent blankets with smallpox."
Yeah, they'll use a giant proto lightsaber.
Just give up. It's not going to happen. TJ, what I think I might do after this, I don't know if you guys are up for it, but I might just do a impromptu StreamYards with my free StreamYards so TJ can come on there because he couldn't get on here.
Let's do that. We'll do it we'll call it for TJ, for TJ stream.
All right, TJ,
Yeah,
if you want to do that.
yeah, we'll call it the TJ charity stream event.
Because I do feel bad that you weren't able to come on. What is this? Oh, you don't have a spare $15 to further your dreams a month. Just quit.
No, TJ, just send $15 to Hargrave,
Yeah,
PayPal.
yeah,
Problem solved.
yeah.
TJ, after we're done with this show, I'll start up a StreamYard show that you can come on and it'll work there for. And then you could. I do feel bad because I did want you to come on here, but I'm guessing you're using your phone. Why it always? I don't know why this thing has a problem with phones. I just.
Yeah, we'll call it the TJ charity streaming event.
Uh-huh.
All right. Besides that, that was my only real gripes with that show. I mean, I might watch the next one or two and see how it goes, but
No, just wait until the next three episodes, then you do it in threes, and then you can tell if it's any good or not.
type this. DJ, if you can't hear me, at least you can see what I'm typing here. I mean, I'm gonna do a StreamYard show after this, so you can vent your problems or whatever. Because I did try to get you on here. Honestly, even Denelli and George will say that I did try to help you to get on here, but like Rising and them. It's just you using your phone. So I will do a StreamYards thing just for you after this. He'll give me $15. I don't have to do that, man. I'll just do a
No, yes, he
StreamYard.
has. Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
All right, just we'll deal with that later. Hold on, let me go to StreamYard and set this up while we're here. Just talk about this more things. I'm going to set this up so he can.
What was your thought, George?
Explanation mark, 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 exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Wait, wait, I need to refresh. Hold on a sec. Exclamation mark, 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 exclamation mark.
Do you remember in God? I can't remember in StreamYards. How do I do it where you set it up for a time? Because all it's let me do is create. I haven't used it in a while.
Just create it. Just create it. Don't
Oh
worry
wait,
about it.
schedule for later. Here we
No,
go.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I'll just-
no. You don't have to schedule for later. Just create it. And you don't, and you'll get to it when you get to it. That's all.
I'm just setting it up so I can, because I have to finish this show to do it. Okay, here we go. I want to be able to give him the link and stuff. Okay. It's loading up here. Just give me a sec. Okay. All right. Okay, TJ. Here we go. TJ, here's the link for the StreamYard show. It'll be in a couple of minutes after we're done with this. I'll give it to you. So that'll work for you, and we'll do that in a couple of minutes here. Let me see here. I guess I wanted to talk about this for a minute. It's we're done with this. You guys want to say anything else? I don't got enough to say about this show.
No, I said everything I needed to say.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Where's Frosk? Okay, I wanted to talk about this piece of shit for a minute. I'm glad this piece of shit is finally out of here,
Wait,
man.
is that Michael Seta in a wig?
It probably is, man. So this bitch got fired finally, and everybody is saying that it's because she tweeted. Where is it here? She said this is what got her fired, was this thing that she was being arrogant or whatever, and this is why she really got fired. But I think she got fired because she took the whole thing down, man. I mean, this lady just really. I'm telling you, man, if I ever win the lottery or have a company or anything, and some other like if I was at Coca-Cola, I would hire Frost to go work at Pepsi. I would do that. I would seriously do that. Like I would send that to my competitor. I'd be like, "Oh, you want to mess with me? Huh? Okay, well I'm going to send this over there." Oh, no more Pepsi. What happened? I won the cola war. Anyways, I'm so glad this bitch is out of there. They're saying that Adam Sessler guy got fired. He was the guy that was what was it he was saying? It was about he wanted to pee on Republicans or some crazy bullshit. All right, TJ, yeah, we'll be there in a minute. We're pretty much done here. You guys can go ahead and go in the StreamYard if you want. Do you need the link again? Because I'm going to shut this one down. If you guys are coming, here, let me put it in the chat here. There's the StreamYard link. All right, that's it. You guys can go. I'm just going to play the outro. I did make a new outro because so apparently, you know why I kept lagging? This is what Melon told me because they said I added the whipping clip at the end, and they said that's banned, banned on YouTube, and it was causing lag. So we're gonna try the new outro here now and see what happens. Here we go. All right, everybody. Oh, let me thank people for coming. TJ, thanks for coming. Jack Stafford, Lorenzo. Let's see here. I guess that was about it. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you on the StreamYards in a couple of minutes. Do you guys have the link? You there?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. All right. I'm ending the show, so just go ahead and go over there.